Formula One races captivate audiences with their thrilling high-speed action. Yet, behind the scenes, there's a concealed struggle taking place behind the wheel. Drivers are fiercely advocating for their safety. A newly identified phenomenon known as porpoising has come to the forefront of concerns within the sport. In light of this, F1 drivers are raising their voices, demanding attention to their safety. The question now is, will the FIA heed their calls? In this video, we aim to shed light on the health risks that F1 drivers face and delve into the scientific explanation of porpoising. Additionally, we will reveal the concerted calls for change from both drivers and leading experts in the field. In an urgent call for reform, F1 drivers have started demanding substantial changes from the FIA. From different teams, they are coming together to push for these changes, showing how important this issue is to them. They want to make sure those in charge hear their concerns. They believe that being fast shouldn't mean risking their safety, and it's a rule that should always be followed in racing. These athletes engage in rigorous physical routines to prepare themselves for the demands of racing. They focus on strengthening their neck and back muscles, as well as boosting their endurance. Despite their efforts, certain challenges still exist. One such challenge is safeguarding the spinal column during the high-impact jolts experienced in ground-hugging cars. This particular issue surpasses what can be addressed through the use of gym equipment and disciplined training regimens. They speak out against the constant spine-jarring impacts the track surface delivers to their vehicles and bodies. Such issues can no longer be ignored in a profession where endurance and precision are paramount. The 2022 regulation changes highlighted struggles with a phenomenon known as porpoising. This term describes how cars experience a rapid, uncomfortable bounce off the track surface. These bounces are triggered by aggressive downforce. This consistent and uncomfortable bouncing damages the driver, posing potential harm over time. The outcry from drivers have been unequivocal, pointing out the need for a remedy for their safety. Now, the sport is at a pivotal moment, tasked with maintaining the exhilarating speed of F1 cars while ensuring the safety and welfare of the drivers who pilot them. The FIA has a pivotal role in ensuring the relentless pursuit of performance doesn't come at the expense of driver safety. Their responsibility extends to safeguarding the health and well-being of the drivers amidst the competition. With the conversation now open and the drafting process for new regulations underway, a crucial window of opportunity has emerged. This period is vital for mitigating the long-term impact on drivers' health. However, the FIA faces pressure to act decisively. If they fail to address these concerns adequately, they could face legal or regulatory action in the future. The choices they make today will significantly influence the well-being of F1 drivers for years to come. The severe physical demands placed on F1 drivers, along with growing concerns over their health, cannot be overlooked. This situation serves as a critical wake-up call for everyone involved in the sport to reevaluate and modify its approach. It's crucial to ensure that the essential human aspect is not disregarded. There's an increasing outcry for action, emphasizing the urgent need for action. The FIA, teams, fans, and supporters must prioritize health and safety above all. Addressing this challenge is no simple task. Yet, through collaborative efforts and innovative thinking, positive changes are achievable. Now, we turn the discussion over to you. What's your take on the effectiveness of current F1 regulations regarding driver safety? Are they adequate? Or is there a pressing need for further enhancement? We invite you to share your perspectives and engage in the conversation below. Moving beyond the current challenges associated with ground effects, the discussion advances naturally. Attention now turns to the debate over car designs and regulations, a highly contentious topic marked by a multitude of differing perspectives and interests. As drivers and experts debate the issues, a fundamental question arises: how can the FIA adapt the governing regulations so that performance and health are not at odds? The technical regulations for the future, which are in the drafting stage and scheduled to be implemented in 2026, are undergoing rigorous examination. Many worry that they fail to address the core issue of ground effect vehicular trauma. Everyone is looking closely at the new rules for the future to ensure they solve the problem of how rough the ride is because of the car's design. There's a lot of talk about making sure the cars are fast and safe for the drivers. It's a tough problem that needs smart solutions to keep the thrill of racing without hurting the drivers. Despite many hours of intense fitness training, drivers cannot fully shield themselves from the shocks delivered to their bodies on the track. With each race, the severe bouncing and jarring of the cars put their spines to the test. This harsh reality underscores the urgent need for innovations in car design to protect their health in the long term. In the quest for supreme performance, F1 cars are set up to maximize speed, often at the expense of comfort and sometimes safety. The increase in high-speed impacts and the toll on the drivers' bodies put the FIA under considerable pressure. The FIA is expected to modify cars so that they can run higher off the ground without compromising performance. Modern F1 cars are built to be fast, which means they are not always built with comfort in mind. However, because of the high-speed bumps and impacts the drivers are experiencing, there is a growing push for changes to be made. Those in charge are being asked to ensure the cars can handle the speeds and protect the drivers. They must strike a balance between competitive racing and driver health. In light of all we have discussed, it becomes evident that the well-being of the drivers is of the utmost priority. As we draw this video to a close, we recognize that collaboration is key. Every stakeholder in the sport must join forces. This includes the rulemakers and the team members who build these high-performance machines. Their unified aim should be to devise strategies that safeguard the drivers. At the same time, they must maintain the high-octane excitement that is synonymous with Formula One racing. The decisions made at this juncture are pivotal, setting the course for the health of the drivers and the future direction of the sport itself. We've explored the critical health concerns plaguing F1 drivers. These range from the bone-rattling phenomenon of porpoising to the exacting demands of high-velocity circuits. Through this exploration, the urgency for protective reforms have become more apparent. Protecting these extraordinary athletes is not just an option, it's an imperative. Now, with a spotlight on the FIA, it's time to see if the necessary amendments will be brought to the forefront. The world is watching, the drivers are waiting, and the sport's legacy hangs in the balance. Thank you for joining in this deep dive into the health and safety of Formula One. Your attention to this issue shows your passion for the sport and concern for its heroes behind the wheel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more detailed looks into the world of F1. Until next time, keep the engines running and safety at the forefront. This is F1 for You, signing off.